Morning YouTube, it's July 31st, Friday, about to go on my walk. See y'all in a minute. Friday, July 31st. Man, felt like I slept good. Got up a little bit later today. Yeah, I was asking my AI. I actually use DeepSeek. You know, it's kind of crazy that life is just that complicated, or we make it complicated, I guess. I think that's why we have to always cross-reference everything. People have different opinions. That's why it's so confusing for us. For that reason alone, different opinion, but you have to always question yourself as well, because how do you know that the answer you've come up with is correct? Yeah, I think it all boils down to being around other people, comparing yourself. You did that early on in your childhood when you went to school. You guys compare your scores, quiz, test scores. We're always competing with each other. See who gets the best grade, who runs the fastest, who does what the best. I think it's all like some kind of competitive game that we like to play with each other. So, like Instagram, all that stuff. Who's got the best highlight reel? This is just kind of a crazy life, man. I think this whole competitive game thing that we do with each other, I think that's one of the main reasons we need to rest a lot. Because all this stuff that we do, the way we live our life, always working for money, we always have to cross-reference everything, compare. That really takes a toll on your brain and your mental capacity. I feel like that makes my brain rev up and do something it's really not meant to do on a frequent and regular basis. That's the reason why I always talk about my walks. For some reason, like my walking is just a slow caveman type thing that doesn't require any thinking. So it just helps my brain out, It doesn't always need to be overstimulated by social media and comparing myself with others, but just living in the moment. And that's also the reason in this modern world why I think sleep's important. It may be harder to get rest because we're overstimulated, and it may take our brains a little bit to calm down to where we can actually just go to sleep. But for some reason, for the most part, I don't really have a problem going to sleep unless something's really bothering me, but that's like really rare. That's what I'm talking about, man. Just gotta ease up and take it easy and let our brain and our mind not be overstimulated and just live in the moment. I'll see you guys in the next video. Here's a nice little shady part of my neighborhood. This is nice, especially in the summertime. That's pretty much like your mind. Sometimes you need the shade. Too much sun, you know, too much of anything. You gotta cut it out and find some relief. That's why I chose to live in an older Florida neighborhood. It does look pretty old, and the homes are definitely not cookie cutter because they all pretty much look different, and they were built in different years. So this is not a master built neighborhood where all the houses look the same, which is fine. I mean, you know, that's just my opinion. I don't like the newer neighborhoods. I mean, the houses look great and everything, but they're basically stacked on top of each other. You don't have a lot of room, but I understand the attraction because you got a smaller yard, and some people like to be super close to their neighbors. I've been super close to my neighbor most of my adult life, and you know, it's been fine. It's not a big deal, but it's just, it feels great to have more space. That's just me, man. Maybe because I am getting older and my tolerance for BS is just going down. Maybe some people call it a midlife crisis. Everybody wants to label it a certain thing, but you know, it's just what I prefer. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys a nice little shady part of my neighborhood. It's very nice. I just appreciate the little things and peace and quiet. Something about it. This is nice, man. But yeah, this is what a old man likes. That's all I want to show y'all. I will see y'all in the next video.